Hi guys. So another weekend, another topic. So welcome to another session of Tech with Martin. As usual, guys. So my name is Martin. So I'm a cloud support engineer for databases, working with Amazon Web Services. And yeah, today we'll be looking at an important topic. So like generally we generally uh, we've launched our part two. Our part one was just introduction to RDS, and part two we are looking at RDS monitoring. Okay. Like session two, we're looking at RDS monitoring, and the next session will be like maybe part three will be performance tuning. Okay, so with the RDS monitoring, last week we did I showed you how you can configure alerts to give you notifications when your RDS instance when there's a major API change on your RDS instance. Okay, so today we'll be looking at essential CloudWatch metrics, like metrics that all database administrators must monitor, or you must take note of this. Okay, so why are these metrics important to me? I look at I call them, there are health related metrics. When I say health related metrics, meaning this an issue in these metrics can actually bring your instance down, right? So health related metrics are very essential for you to keep an eye on. Okay, and what these metrics are, in my next page I'll be showing you what these metrics are. Okay, so, but in brief, most importantly, you must monitor your hair-related metrics. Hair-related metrics are metrics that, in case of any malfunction, your instance is going to you are going to have unavailability. Okay. So yeah, let me move to the metrics and explain. Yeah, guys. So uh, from my experience, these are the most important health-related metrics as far as the RDS instance is concerned. Okay. And the first one is database connections, right? Reason why I brought database connections is because database connections influences CPU, and it also influences freeable memory. Okay, so it's the most I mean I look at this to be one of the most important CloudWatch metrics to monitor, right? Because just to give you a kind of a background, database connections, especially if you have what is called idle connections, right? If you don't have a proper connection pooling, like the app does not have proper connection pooling, you're going to have numerous idle connections lying there without doing anything. And if these idle connections, like they increase above your max connection limit, they will be exhausting memory and CPU, and this will be very dangerous. Okay, so that's why I look at, you must monitor these database connections with respect to your max connection, right? Max database connections. This what I'm saying is for this, for database for Postgres. So max database connections. You must check that. Okay. And these database connections maximums, like these limits, also depend on the kind of instance that you have. Okay. So let me just show you how you can check the maximum number of database connections you have for Postgres instance. Okay. Okay. So let's say I am connected to my database test DB. Okay. And I need to see the number of connections like maximum number of connections I have. So I'll use the query show max connections. Okay. So I've actually run that query show max connection, and you can see the maximum number of connections, like maximum concurrent number of connections that this instance can support is 79. Okay, so when you're monitoring your database connections, it should be like in collaboration with the maximum number of connections that you have, so much so that when you know that your maximum, when you monitor your CloudWatch matrix database connections and see that database connections are already exceeding or are almost getting to the maximum, you can maybe start looking at maybe resource like start tuning or looking at available resources, or maybe changing instance class if all those maximum connections are necessary for your applications to function properly. Okay. Okay, so after database connections, we have CPU utilization. I think everybody knows about this. CPU utilization is one of the critical health metrics that you should always take take into consideration, because when it's at 100% utilization, when CPU is at 100% utilization, you do not. I mean, first of all, you're going to have performance degradation, and there is a high risk of instance unavailability, right? So, and the next is your CPU credit. Please take note, this CPU credit is exclusively for T classes, right? T classes, I had once explained to you what T classes are. They are burstable. T classes are burstable instances. Burstable instances means they accumulate credit if you use them below the baseline. I think I explained this before. So burstable classes meaning like they give you some credit, CPU credit, for you to be able to boost performance when there is an increase in your database workload. Okay, so you need to monitor this, and when your credit balance is low, okay, when the credit balance is low or is zero, you will not be able to boost performance. So you're gonna that there wouldn't be enough CPU for you to boost your performance if there is an increase in workload. So you need to make sure you monitor this uh, CPU credit balance. Okay, so I'm going to make a different video on CPU credit balance for these T classes, because it's very important for you to use it for cost optimization. Okay, then the next hair related matrix is Freeable Memory. This is very important, and this one is very easy for your instance to be unavailable, because when memory is too low, you're going to go what we call OOM, right, out of memory. So when memory pressure is too high and memory is not available, your instance is going to go OOM, that's out of memory, and at this juncture you won't be able to have the instance is going to go unavailable. Okay, and the last one, which I said I will add, is the replica lag. This replica lag is also a health. I consider it a health related metric. Why? Because when replica lag is somewhat above like 60 seconds, obviously the instance restarts by default. Okay, RDS allows the instance to restart. When the read replica, or what you call the reader, falls behind the writer, like it falls behind the writer by some sort of 60 seconds, the the reader automatically starts, and that can cause performance issues, right? So it causes unavailability. Reason why, if you have a reader or if you have a read replica, you must monitor your replica lag and make sure that it doesn't cross this threshold. Okay, all right, okay guys, so we'll be moving to our RDS console to see how you can monitor some of these metrics through the cloud watch. Yeah, guys, so we are now in our AWS management console, and you see you can have an RDS Postgres instance. Okay, so there are two ways you can access this cloud watch matrix. Okay, the first is by just selecting the instance, and you go to the tab monitoring. So I've selected the tab monitoring. So you scroll down, and you're going to see some monitoring metrics directly. So you see the bus balance that I was talking about. Bus balance, like you have enough 110, like you have enough bus balance. So in case you have increasing performance, you're going to have enough credit balance, CPU credit balance to use. If you scroll down, you're going to see other metrics like CPU utilization. Okay, so CPU utilization was first of 15%, it dropped and to 7% and so on. So these are a bit of metrics that you can like directly add. Okay, and if you want to add any, you can click on explore related and you can add. Okay, so it depends on you. So go back, and how can you monitor that? By default, you can use you select CloudWatch. Okay, because these are all CloudWatch metrics. You go back to your CloudWatch, select CloudWatch, it says CloudWatch, and so in CloudWatch, as far as database is concerned, guys, you need to select database insight. Okay, so first you go to matrix, you expand matrix, you go to all metrics, So in all metrics, you have to select, like you search RDS, you're looking for RDS matrix, enter, and you select you want to get this matrix by instance identifier. Okay, so you select DB instance identifier. Here's it. Select that, and you can, if you have your DB instance name, okay, you can just paste the DB instance here as a filter. And since I have just one, we are going to have this matrix for one. If you have 10 RDS instances, they will appear out of here or here. So you can, it's good that you just, and you paste the instance name here and you filter it out. Okay. So when you filter it out, you scroll down, you're going to see this matrix. Okay. So you can click here to filter, to order it. So you see burst balance, very important. CPU credit balance, I told you, you select that CPU credit balance, which is very important for the health of your instance. You can also select CPU credit usage if you need to check that, and CPU utilization, check that. Database connections, you check that, and Freeable Memory, you check that. Like, these are all the metrics that you can use to actually uh, look into that. Okay, and you can select on graph matrix, then you scroll down, okay, to see the, you scroll down and you can select your time zone, you can select the specific time. I can make it custom. Let's say you want it for the past 5 minutes. Okay, so you select the 5 minutes and apply, and you now see all these important metrics. So your CPU credit balance, CPU credit balance. I have two CPU credits currently that I can use. Like, I have two CPU vCPUs that I can use. So in case my RDS instance increase in database load, I'll be able to boost my performance, right? And CPU credit, you see that I've used just 0.53. Okay, and CPU utilization, currently I'm at 4%, which is very good. Okay, so you can observe all of that. And database connections, see, I have three database connections. Yeah, because I'm aware of all these database connections that I established, these three. Okay, so Freeable Memory, you can see Freeable Memory is at um, 155 MB. Okay, this is not good, but the instance is also very small. All right. So yeah, guys. So I just wanted to show you how you can review these important health-related metrics. Remember, you check each metric based on the available capacity unit that you have. Right. For CPU, check your mouse, check the CPU utilization of your instance. Check the instance class. For memory, check the total memory they have, and you see how it drops and all of that. Okay. Okay, guys, that was that for this very quick video. And yeah, so remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In case you have further any question, please hit in the comment section. As usual, my name is Martin. I'm a database class support engineer for Amazon Web Services. And as I promised, I'll be making these videos over the weekend to give back to the community and see how I can help share a bit of the knowledge I have acquired. Okay, so guys, see you. Bye bye.